and welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Wales with two of the finest performance cars that you can buy, the BMW M2 and the BMW M3 Touring. We're going to take them up into the hills to celebrate everything that they have to offer and really showcase the most powerful letter in the world, the letter M. So we'll start in the BMW M2 because since the last time we drove one of these and we featured one here on our M showcase, it's had a little bit of an update, a slight LCI. Now on the exterior, there's not really much has changed. We've got some new colour options, this being one of them. This is Sao Paulo yellow, and I think it looks fantastic on this car. We also have the likes of skyscraper grey and fire red. But in terms of exterior design, nothing's really changed. We also have some new wheel designs as well, which actually you can have in now a complete silver. This car hasn't got them, but the silver looks outstanding. The big thing though is we've had a little bit of a power increase. We're now up to around 480 horsepower, which means that 0 to 62 is dealt with in 4 seconds flat. You can get this car actually with a manual gearbox. However, today I have the automatic, and if I'm honest, this is the one that I would go for. I think it suits the car. This gearbox is phenomenal as well. The speed at which it goes through ratios, which we'll find out when we get to some slightly better roads in a minute, is just mighty impressive. But before we go and really take a bit of a proper drive in this, I need to talk to you about how incredibly usable this car is, because I've been driving this now for a few days. It's been my mode of transport. I've been using it every day as a daily driver. And I think that's the thing with BMW, with the M2, with the M3, the M4, the M5, any BMW M car, is their breadth of ability. Yes, you would jump into these and expect them to be unbelievable in a straight line and around corners, which we'll come on to in a minute, but they are. But the thing that really gets you is how comfortable and usable they are. When you dial everything back, put it all in comfort, efficient, it genuinely does become comfortable and usable. I got around 40 mpg actually on the way back from South Wales, where this car is from, which I think is absolutely outrageous for a car like this. With a big 3 litre twin turbocharged 6-cylinder petrol engine up front, actually the same engine in both of these cars, in the M2 and the M3 we're going to look at shortly. I think it's fabulous. And it's so easy. The steering is nice, light, responsive. The suspension does a fantastic job of ironing out the terrible roads that we have here in the UK, and especially now, obviously, we've brought these cars into Wales. Notoriously bad roads out here, but it's doing a great job. It's just comfortable. It's really comfortable. This is the M2, this is the coupe, this is the sports coupe, the one that you would probably expect to be a little bit harsher, a little bit harder. But when everything is dialed into comfort and just lazy everyday mode, it's genuinely comfortable. It's actually amazing that BMW have made this car like this. You look at it, especially in this Sao Paulo yellow, you look at it, it looks wild, it looks like it would be an absolute animal to drive on a daily basis, but it just isn't. It's so approachable and easy. And sweeping through some of these really nice roads now, I'm still just in comfort, I haven't changed anything. It still has a really pointy front end, even with everything dialed back into comfort. I actually prefer the steering feel and comfort. I don't tend to change that actually. I don't really tend to like it in Sport Plus. They feel like it's just a little bit too overly sensitive. So I tend to leave it just in comfort, which is my preferred mode. But I love the interior as well. I had a slight update to the interior. We've got the air conditioning controls and stuff aren't on here anymore. They're now on the iDrive up here. This is BMW's latest system, running both wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Inside we've got a flat bottom steering wheel on here as well, and to be honest, that's the telltale difference. If you look inside one of these and you wanted to see if it's an LCI or a pre-LCI facelift, that's the way to find out. Just have a look at the flat bottom steering wheel. I always think that's the easiest way to find out. But we're now getting to some faster roads. So I'm going to go down here to setup. I'm going to put the engine across into Sport Plus, the chassis into Sport, and gearbox to manual. And let's see what happens when we start playing around with 480 horsepower. It's so fast. The way that it picks up its feet and just takes off, it's mighty, mighty impressive. It really is. The gearbox is lightning fast as well. It feels so fast. You pull a paddle, you've got a gear, a gear, a gear. It's right there, even the downshifts. The engine wakes up in Sport Plus as well, and everything just feels like it's a bit firmer, a bit more eager and ready to go. It really just wakes this car up. It transforms it actually from being the soft, comfortable cruiser that we had 5 minutes ago to a proper blue-blooded BMW M car. And I think BMW do this better than anybody else. I really do. This split personality of car is something that the modern BMWs do just so well. This ability to go from being super comfortable 1 second to then just waking up the next. They are mighty, mighty impressive. But the thing for me is how accessible that performance is. It's not scary. It doesn't feel like it wants to spin itself around at any given moment. It's predictable, it's manageable, and it feels, it just feels like you can really access that performance whenever you want, really. Brakes are mighty as well, so responsive, and it just becomes, on roads like this, it wakes up, becomes just I'm running out of words actually, because this is fantastic. I'm on some of the best roads in the UK in a BMW M2, and in a minute I'm going to jump out of this car and jump into an M3 Touring. I mean, the days really get any better than this? Not really sure they do, to be honest, but for me, this M2, starting around £68,000 for the money, I'm not sure you can really do much better than this. It's mighty. It's absolutely mighty. That engine, I think they've perfected it over the years. They really have. It's a mountain of torque as well. The way it just pulls and pulls and pulls. This feels faster than 4 seconds to 60 as well. It absolutely feels way faster than 4 seconds to 60. It really does. It's absolutely mighty. Absolutely mighty. And now, as I've said, I'm going to jump out of the M2 and jump into the M3 Touring. So here we go then, a straight swap from the M2 into the M3. And the first thing I'll say, the first thing that you notice in here are these carbon seats. This particular car has got the carbon seats, and I mean, I think they look absolutely fantastic. They're very, once you're in them, they are amazing. They can be a little bit difficult to get into, I'll be honest. However, as I say, once you're in them, they are wonderful things to sit in. So, the M3 Touring. Let's start with this particular car. This is finished in Riviera Blue, BMW individual colour. I mean, I think you'll agree. It looks absolutely outstanding in here. But the M3 Touring, again, like the M2, recently underwent a little bit of an LCI. So actually there's a little bit more change on the exterior than there was on the M2. You've got slightly different front lights on this now. They're more sort of snake eyes than Corona rings now. And actually, just that small difference, believe me, has made such a difference to the way this car looks. On the way over here to our filming location, I was in the M2 in front, this was behind me. The presence that this has with those new lights is incredible. Again, we've got some new wheel options, slightly different interior as well, with a flat bottom steering wheel. You can now specify Alcantara steering wheel as well from factory. This car has it, and it's something that I would always choose. Don't know why, but I just adore an Alcantara steering wheel. And again, like the M2, we've had a bit of a power increase. So now we're up to 530 horsepower, which means that 0 to 62 is dealt with in 3.6 seconds. It's a lot faster because this is four-wheel drive. It uses BMW's fantastic MX drive system. But again, it's the same engine pretty much. The 3 litre 6-cylinder twin turbocharged petrol engine. It's just got such a breadth of abilities, this engine. It can go into, they put it in so many different models now. But in the M3 Touring, oh, it's perfection. I really do think it's perfection. The Touring, the M3 I think feels in this mode, when we're just pootling along, feels a bit softer, to be honest. It feels just a touch more usable, I think. But that's not to say that the M2 is uncomfortable. As I've just said, the M2 is still such a usable everyday car, but the M3 I think just has a slightly softer edge to it when everything's in comfort mode. And I think, I mean, I've got to be honest, M3 Touring for me is just the pinnacle. M3 Touring, if I could choose any car to have as an everyday car, and say my lottery numbers came in, this would be it, an M3 Touring. I just think it's absolutely outstanding, this car. I'll say what I did about this. I'll say what I did about the M2 about this too. The ability for BMW M to create something that can be so special, so capable when you want to get the hammer down, but also so incredibly usable on a daily basis is something that I think only BMW M can really do properly. Because this car, my word, is it fast. When you want to get up it and start to enjoy it on roads like this, oh, I genuinely think it's not really much like it. It's a proper blue-blooded M car, and the turn of pace, you kind of forget. You drive it around in just normal and auto, and you kind of forget the capabilities of this car because it's so capable at doing the slow paced stuff, the practical stuff. This is a big boot, this is a Touring, this is an estate car with a big boot, 5 seats, ISOFIX, and just everything you're ever going to need. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all these creature comforts, heated seats, heated steering wheel, all these amazing creature comforts. It's so usable and tame and approachable on a daily basis, but at the touch of a button or a flex of your big toe, it just changes its character. I mean, this car is just, you think the M2's quick and then you jump into one of these, it's absolutely ferocious. And again, I think it feels so much faster than the numbers would suggest. I really do. I think this car could give pretty much any supercar a run for its money on tight, twisty B roads, I think. So let's do it. Acceleration here. See, it's just, and it's so usable. Yes, it is really fast. I personally don't really think you need much more than 500 horsepower on the road. This has got 530 after the slight update. But it's just, I mean, I struggle for words with these cars because for me, they are just the pinnacle. They are absolutely the pinnacle of BMW for me. These cars are outstanding, and I'm so glad that BMW is still creating their masterpieces of M products. These two cars, I've driven the M4, the M5, every single BMW M product that you jump into feels special. It has just an intangible thing that you can't quite put your finger on, but that makes it special, unique, and just a particular feel about them. BMW M cars for me are special. They are incredible. And just the joy that they bring you, the ultimate driving machine. We'll come back to that saying from years ago, that these are, because they can do everything. They're not compromised in any way, in my opinion. You don't have to compromise comfort and usability to have that just raw BMW feel. It has everything. It really does. It even has personal assistant when I say BMW. It just does everything. And if you want any more information on either of these cars, the BMW M2 or the M3 Competition Touring, do please use the link in the description of this video to get in contact with your local Sytner BMW retailer. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come, and I will see you guys again very, very soon.